everyone, I'm Heather and welcome back to my channel. So we are back today with I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. The last episode was depressing, to say the least. We find out that one of our friends and classmates died in an accident. I don't know if that's something that a different choice would have made a different outcome for, or if it's inevitable as part of storyline. Hopefully it's not so depressing this time. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we understandably are not very happy, which is a shame because we had just spent the previous day relaxing to get our stress under control, and it clearly is no longer. Cal is sitting in your mom's flower garden with his face in his hands. He's clearly been crying all morning, and probably all of yesterday too. He and Tammy were really close. Whenever you guys used to play house in the creche, Tammy was always mommy and Cal was the daddy. Even though you were just little kids, you kind of always giggled about how obviously they were going to be together forever, like a princess and a knight. I miss her too. Me too, he sniffs, looking up at you. You can see how puffy and red his eyes are. Me, really, really too. Tammy always liked these flowers, he mumbles. Sometimes I'd pick some for her. He runs his hands over the pretty white flowers. Don't tell your mom, okay? Tears well up and slowly leak out of his eyes. He doesn't even blink, just stares at the flowers as the tears run down his cheeks. You decide to give him some space. Based on the dialogue, I'm wondering if this was supposed to happen. But it might have changed. Before this happened, Tammy comes up to you and tells you about free candy. You could choose to go get candy or choose not to go get candy. I'm wondering if you chose not to go get candy, if it would have saved Tammy in some way. I don't know. There's them. Let's go talk to Mars. She was also Tammy's friend. Mars is staring into space, looking somber. She doesn't even notice as you come up beside her and barely reacts when you say hello. I'm thinking about Tammy, she says quietly. She used to sit down the hill there, in that spot in the sun. Every morning, she'd just sit there for hours in the sun, doing nothing, just being happy. You stare down the hill to the spot near the entrance to the quarters. You can imagine her there, working on some little craft project, humming to herself. I miss her too. And now she's dead, Mars says, making a face. How's that for fair? Of all the people, how come it had to be my friend? You don't answer. You never heard Mars call Tammy her friend before, but of course she was. Tammy was everyone's scared little sister, even though she was older than most of you. Mars clicks her tongue. Oh yeah, Administrator Seek is looking for you. I guess they need someone to do a delivery job. She waves vaguely at the door behind her, distracted by her thoughts. Okay, let's check for anyone else. I believe if we talk to anyone else that doesn't have a bubble, it's just this. Well, it looks like everyone has something. Just maybe not conversation choices. Tange is pacing around in front of engineering. She looks upset. It shouldn't have happened, she says. Tammy's... What happened to Tammy? It shouldn't have been possible. There was no reason for that holo projector to break. Professor Howell said it was recently serviced, and nothing was wrong with it before it just... She gestures angrily. Just blew up for no reason. Nobody would have wanted to hurt her, so... Why? How? It doesn't add up. Sorry, Heather. I want to think about this some more. I hate when I can't find the answer. Okay, so everyone's going to have a dialogue, so let's check with everyone. Can you believe Tammy died? Dis asks morbidly. I heard Chief Engineer Instance tell someone about it. He lowers his voice. Tammy got shocked by a broken holo projector, the one in the crush with the dancing teddy bear. You remember? When she touched it, she got chucked all the way across the room. He makes a sailing motion with his hand, and bam, she was dead before she even landed. Wow, really? Ew, I didn't want to know that. Wow, really? Dis suddenly looks embarrassed. Yeah, I mean, it's too bad she's gone. She was nice. He tugs at the sleeves of his oversized jacket. But that's kind of a cool way to die. Anemone is chucking rocks at the strato, sending metallic clangs ringing through the colony. Stupid planet, she yells. Stupid crush. Stupid spaceship. She bends down to pick up another rock, but instead just sobs and braces her hands on her knees. Stupid everything. Why'd she have to die? It's not fair. Kids aren't supposed to die. Okay, so we have parents left. Your dad gives you a hug. Sorry you're feeling blue, Heather, he says. Things will start to look up again soon. Your mom pats your shoulder encouragingly. I'm so sorry, Heather. Okay, so I think that's it. We could try him. You step cautiously through the colony gates. Heather, Uncle Tonin sighs as he blocks your path. He looks like he hasn't been sleeping. I'm sorry, but you shouldn't be out here. Our children are so young and so precious, so fragile. Please stay near the ship. Okay. So that should be everybody to talk to. She did mention more delivery jobs. That wasn't what I wanted to do today, but we'll see. Okay, so I can't even do that yet. View notice board, that's all that. Back. Okay. I wonder if this egg is anything. Ooh, you found a hefty Rex Xeno egg. Okay. I didn't know I was supposed to be looking for eggs, but it just looked kind of randomly out of place, too. I think this is what I wanted to do today, because it does not add as much stress. Okay, so let's do sports ball. And it requires this. Alright, so I only have these. Okay, I guess let's do you, and you. And then I guess it's gonna have to be you. Okay. Win. So I got some bravery. I do have 10 stress, though. The colony is going to hold a funeral for Tammy. Do you want to attend? If you don't feel up to it, you could just skip it and take the month off instead. Or you could get back to work. Let's attend. The colonists gather in the recycling room. Bringing organics down to be recycled here is one of your chores, but you've only come here for a funeral twice. Both times, a colonist has passed away from natural causes during the 20-year-long journey from Earth. This is the first time there's been a funeral on Vertumna, and the first time for someone you actually knew. The mouth of the organics recycler has been polished, and a wreath of yellow flowers placed over the opening. Inside, you can see a shrouded figure, Tammy's small, fragile body. Tammy's dad, Uncle Tonin, is here as well as your parents and Auntie Sedent, and the rest of the council. Cal is here with his mom and her partners, already crying in their arms. The room is packed with people, and the feeling of grief is so thick you can taste it in your mouth. Governor Udicott stands before the assembled crowd. There are no words to ease the pain we feel today, she begins solemnly. There is only the sad company of those of us left behind to share the burden of that grief. Tammy was our child, she continues, one of the first humans to be born in space, and the first to die on an alien planet. In her short life, she exemplified the very arc of human accomplishment, bending hopefully towards life beyond our humble earth. She is the first of us who can truly call Vertumna home. Her passing was as senseless as it was sudden. Losses like this are impossible to hold within oneself, a painful reminder that life is impossibly precious and fragile. But they also remind us, as always, that as a community we are capable of great strength. Udicott closes the door to the recycler. You hear Uncle Tonin sob over the hum of the particle disintegrators beginning their work. As a community, we remember Tammy. As a community, we return her body to the soil that nourishes us. In this way, Tammy, our child from the stars, will never truly be lost to us. The ceremony is adjourned, but a few people stay back to console Uncle Tonin as he keeps vigil over the recycler. Cal and Uncle Tonin hold each other and weep openly. Your mom stays behind to receive Tammy's remains. As the head of geoponics, she'll be responsible for adding them to the colony's precious supply of brown soil from Earth. Your dad accompanies you out of the recycling room. He clears his throat. I want you to know that you don't need to be okay, he says, clasping his warm hands on your shoulder. If you want to take the rest of the month off, everyone is going to understand. I think I have to because look at my stress. I'm not sure I want to be that unhappy. I could go back to school, but that's a lot of stress. We'll have to take next month off if we don't take it off now. Let's take the month off. Okay. Next month. Okay, yeah, that's helpful. Okay. The prospect of just going back to school like everything is normal is too much to handle. You end up spending the whole month alternating between sleeping, scrolling the HoloNet, and staring into space. It's restful, at least, and everyone gives you the time you need to process Tammy's death. All right. It's not really what I wanted. Let's talk to her. Heather, Tangent says, approaching you with purpose. We need to discuss my brother. Who, dis? So I guess I could do either one. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one. Need friendship with dis 10 or greater, which he's my friend, so I think we already had that. But we're not so far. It's this one. I'm interested in what this one is. You mean my buddy Dish? Yes, Dish, he says impatiently. I need you to figure out where he's been disappearing. Ever since we landed, I barely see him anymore. He doesn't even come home at night sometimes, and She trails off and looks at her feet. Well, I'm not on very good terms with my brother of late, but people are becoming worried. You get the feeling that Tange is the one who's worried, but she doesn't want to admit it. I'll find out. Thank you, Heather, she says, looking relieved for a second before her expression hardens again. I mean, it would be a ridiculous waste of resources if something happened to him, and no one knew where he was or how to find him. Right, of course. Tange doesn't get worried. Okay. We can check their non-bubble interactions. Hey, Heather, Mars says, looking you up and down with a sneer. Your shoes are gross. That's what you get for walking around in the dirt out there. She sniffs. Not me. I'm sticking to the ship until they pave over the icky mud. You wonder if maybe she's scared of more than just getting dirty. I don't have that. I found something you might like. Huh. +1 to a card, change suit. I'm not going to give her that. Done. Cal. Cal is scratching a stick listlessly in the dirt, seemingly uninterested in your presence until you get right in his face. Oh, hey, Heather, he says, mustering up a hollow smile. Sorry, I don't really feel like playing today. Okay, well, we're not going to give him that already. You tell Dis that his sister Tangent wants to know where he's been disappearing off to. His eyes flit briefly to yours, then he stares vaguely off towards the engineering wing, where his sister is reading on her holopalm between classes. He doesn't say anything. She's worried about you. Where do you go? You better tell me or else. Where do you go? His eyes light up and he whispers, I bet you like it out there, Heather. He motions to the path stretching away from the colony, beyond the walls. I sneak out to go exploring sometimes. There's so much neat stuff. You just have to wait until the grown-ups aren't looking. I'm small, so it's easy. Just don't tell, okay? I don't want to get in trouble. You follow him down to a drain pipe half hidden behind the sports ball field. Small kids like Dis could fit through it. Or you. Tangent will want to hear about this. Do we want to tell, though? You spot your dad lying on the ground in the soft grass, looking up at the sky. He zooms his hand across his field of vision like a spaceship, then looks over with a dreamy smile. Hey, kiddo, he says. Sometimes I can't believe we're back on solid ground. After 20 years in space, it still doesn't feel real. I need to get some skill. I don't want to work. I mean, we probably should. We probably should. Anemone holds her stomach as you approach. Does the air here make you feel hungry all the time, or is it just me? She wonders. I feel like I could eat a whole one of the mushroom trees. Just, She mimes shoving the whole giant mushroom in her mouth. So we talk back to Tangent. You tell Tangent you know where Dis has been going. You tell her he's been sneaking out to explore the jungle. Not far away, but outside the walls. Tangent looks concerned. Really? She says, wringing her hands. Is it safe? I'll keep him safe. She eyes you skeptically. Full offense, Heather, but you're just a kid, she replies. However, I suppose it's good to know he isn't alone out there. Okie doke. I want to do this. You've seen Dis use the drain pipe behind the garrison to sneak through the walls. There's a metal grate that comes off so you can crawl through. Do you want to go through? I do want to go through. And now we're out. Hey, that didn't let me look. Okay. Oh, it might pop up after this. Events in this area can be done in any order. They won't cause time to pass, but they will increase your stress. Return home via the Expeditions Depot flag, or the home button at the top left of the screen. Okay, I see that. Watch for collectible items you can bring back as gifts. Events respawn at the beginning of each year, and new collectibles have a chance to appear every season. Okay, so here it is. You slipped through the drain pipe and out of the colony before anyone saw you. Anyone, that is, except for a dark form watching you from the trees nearby. Could that be... Is that Dis? He turns and disappears into the jungle. Now you're sure of it. That was definitely Dis. He's not allowed outside the colony either. Let's follow him. Ew, I did not like that. You scamper after him through the brush, heedless of the branches and brambles scratching at your arms and legs. Without a proper envirosuit, you get all scratched up. This kid is fast. You quickly lose sight of Dis and can't find his trail again, but you do learn something by trying. Okay, so I can do all... Ooh, aren't you the most adorable thing ever? Your way is blocked by a strange small creature with 1 foot and 4 large eyes, 2 of which blink sideways on the top of its head like frog eyes. Oh, this must be a hop-eye. You've heard people talk about them, but you've never seen one up close. It keeps thumping its foot on the ground really loud. Ooh, animals challenge. I don't have a lot of toughness, though. Let's find another way. Because I think I have to have more toughness. What is this? You leave the path and sneak through a strand of mush trees to one of the little sawmills dotting the area. It's a small but busy operation. 3 people feeding mush tree logs into some kind of machine while a 4th one directs a 4-legged robot with a plasma saw mounted on the front. Stay and watch what they're doing. You stay out of sight and watch how they do it. When one tree crashes down, it almost seems like the others are wincing. It's probably just your imagination, though. They aren't planting new ones or leaving any behind. You know the mush trees regrow every year, but can they still regrow when you cut down everything like this? Even the smaller trees and bushes are getting ground up for mulch with a big scary grinder that sounds like a roaring beast. The entire process makes you uneasy, but also proud of how industrious your colony is. Deforestation. Okay, so I think that would send me back. I don't want to go back just yet. Ew. A log. Oh, no. Keep exploring. Keep exploring. Ew. So, until I take on the animal, I don't think I can go further. I can try to push past him this time. Animals challenge. What does it steal? Animals challenge. Okay, so it's a card game this time. Okay, story challenges have 3 rounds instead of 1. After every round, you keep the cards you didn't play. Okay, so I only have to do 3 of them. And unlock an extra slot to play them in. Losing isn't always a bad thing in story challenges. Okay. Okay, so I guess I'll do these 3. So let's do 0 first. This one. And this one. I guess I have to do next round. Okay. So now I have 4. This isn't helpful at all. They're not helpful. These suck. Okay. Let's do, I guess we'll do number ones then. 2, 3. Wait, I didn't want to. 0, 0, 2, 3. Did I win? Okay, I guess I won. Alright, that's fine. I didn't really need that, I guess. Victorious, no skills change. You stop trying to get past it and just listen. Oh, you can hear little squeaking noises from nearby. It's probably warning you away from its nest. You carefully avoid the nest while speaking in soothing tones. The agitated little guardian titters warnings at you, but eventually lets you by. Okay. Time passes. We have more stress. We are getting a lot of skill, though. You stop for lunch, eating an earth treat grown from your own greenhouses, a watermelon, nice and sweet like a more solid potato pod. You munch away, spitting out the seeds. Let's practice spitting seeds. You take the challenge seriously, lining up targets and keeping score. Your aim improves. Okay, it looks like there's maybe one. Let's try one more and then we'll do this. The path here is engulfed by a dust tornado. It whirls and twirls, not showing any sign of moving away. I guess I'll do it. This should probably be the only one I can do with the stress that it gives me. Okay, so I believe that we need to do, let's do 0, 1, and 3. Next round. Oh, I don't like this. Okay, so I have 4. So 1. Nope, come back. These are the same cards, it feels like. Okay, next round. So 0, 0, 1. Okay, I won, so I don't need any more cards. That's fine. You shut your eyes hard against the swirling dust and somehow manage to walk in a straight line through it. Once you pass through and turn around, the dust storm settles. You wonder if walking through it somehow caused it to die down. Okay. Ooh, that guy there. Can I talk to him? I don't know that I can. Well, should I talk to him like that? It looks like it's another quest, though. Like, it'll add stress to me. So I think we won't. Maybe. Yeah, I think we won't. I think we'll go back because we have a lot of stress on us. But we did get a lot of stuff. Because I don't think there's anything I can eat to reduce stress. And I feel like we got a decent amount of stuff. You're back. You spent the month exploring. I got 2 bravery, 1 perception, and friendship with Dis. It's time for Vertumnalia. Udicott and the council have called a festival to celebrate life here on the planet Vertumna. Everyone gathers in the colony square to hear Governor Udicott's speech. In Earth's history, Udicott begins, and then clears her throat and waits for everyone to quiet down. Ahem. In Earth's history, Vertumna was known as the god of seasons, change, gardens, and fruit. It's no coincidence that our forebears of the Vertumna project chose to take on such an auspicious name, in the hopes of seeding future bountiful seasons of humanity. We will continue this tradition of Vertumnalia, a midsummer festival to celebrate our Vertumna, this lush planet upon which we find ourselves today. Let's clap. I don't know what that flag is, though. Oh, it's the peace thing down there, up at the top. Everyone cheers and applauds. The members of the council all get up on stage one at a time to give their own short speeches. Governor Udicott announces each one. Okay, that's all the people. I'm not going to read all the people. When it's your mother Flulu's turn, she announces that tonight you'll be eating some of the very first crops grown from Vertumnan soil. Your eyes go to the feast table. Aboard the Stratosphere, it would have been mostly soy-based food from the nanoprinters, spiced up with what precious fruits and vegetables could be grown in the small growing bays. This year, the earth plants look even less robust than usual, but they're supplemented by some Vertumnan plants you've come to appreciate, juicy potato pods and slabs of edible fungi. Udicott takes the stage after everyone on the council has said their piece. What is a festival without festivities, she asks. Professor Hal and Security Chief Rhett have organized a 3-part competition for the kids. Good luck, children. Which one do you join? I can only do the science fair. Okay, so let's do that. Tangent competes, of course, entering her study of the ship's hydro-recycling system. It was previously used to make urine drinkable, but she offers that it could now be turned to new uses. Despite how many times she says the word pee, it's still boring, but she put a lot of effort into it. Your turn to go next. The judges are all very interested in what you're bringing to compete against Tangent. Present your project. Okay. Oh, reasoning hard. Oh, this is a hard one. Oh, 41. I wonder... 0, 1. Huh. That gave me 3. Can I get back out? Can I remove the card? No, that's not what I want. No, I do want that one, because that gives me 3 up top, but 1 down there. We're not going to win this. Okay, okay, let's do 0, 0, 3, and 3. That should at least give us some bonuses right there. Yeah, we're definitely not going to win this one today. Okay, 0, 0, 1, 5. Yeah, we're not winning. 3. Okay. I don't have the stress. Give up. Okay, we're defeated. I don't have the cards, I think, for it. Because I don't have a large selection of cards yet. But I got kudos, so it's fine. Tangent wins. She accepts her prize with grace, having expected nothing less. Your baking soda volcano was much less impressive than you imagined. It just kind of fizzes, and you don't explain very well. It's pretty clear your dad helped. Maybe next year. Oh, but we got some stress relief. After the festivities are over, everyone takes off for a much-needed break. During the fierce heat of dust, a few days' rest is exactly what you need. You feel refreshed. All right, so we're on to mid-dust. Oh, it's weird and ripply off the edges. Okay, well, I guess this is where we're going to go ahead and end today. In the next one, we now have some opportunity to do some more stuff. I do like the exploring part, but I think that we're going to go to class next time. But yeah, that's going to be everything for this time, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!